Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, people. That is where bears live, don't you know? Even 7 out of 8 Tic-Tock women, they would agree they'd rather see a bear in the woods than a man in the woods. It is YouTube's #1 show by a bear. And also YouTube's #1 show that they don't allow to show any James Bond, people. Great to have all of you here with us. Hope you had a great New Year's. Well, we're still on New Year's, aren't we? We are. Bear has a tenuous grasp of time, but we're here, folks. We are here. First off, want to thank everybody that showed up. The last time we tried to do, where is it here? Come on, Bear Professional Show. We tried. We tried, people. Oh, God, did we try. We tried to do the Thunderbolt Watch Along the last time. YouTube wasn't too thrilled about that. Not at all. So we'll figure something out here. I don't know what, but thank everybody out there that checked us out. We do appreciate it. For all the thumb downers out there, hi, everybody. For all the thumb downers out there, gosh dang it, that's why we can't show. We've got to do the images instead of the actual video, because apparently, a 60-year-old movie, we can't do that. So anyways, we'll figure it out, people. Let you know. Try and redo it another time out here, but great to have all of you. Hope you had a great New Year's Eve and a great start to the 2025. We're going to be looking back at all of the great, funny, silly, goofy, odd, plenty of odd news stories of the year. But first, we got to say thanks and hello to everybody out here. That would include P-Money, just arriving home from work. And he's still working and eating a Wendy's hamburger. So congratulations, sir. Amy, I don't know. I guess Wendy's is the traditional Canadian way to ring in the new year. As a Southern lady out there, I hope you got your pork, ham, whatever the case may be, some greens, maybe some collards out there, the rice, the beans, of course, the cornbread as well. Not really sure if tiramisu is also part of that, but we had that here at the Bear Cave as well, so hopefully you were able to ring in brand new year, Southern style, enjoying it with all the good fixings out there. Had to watch half of James Bond last Saturday without beer. What the heck was I supposed to do, P-Money? Listen, shame on Bear for not having a backup. We only did a couple scenes to start it off. We tried it out. On one of the shows and says, oh, okay, it's not going to work. And we tried it out another show, and it did work. I was allowing Bear to show it, and not a problem. So I was like, all right, we're going to try it. And it didn't work. So we will figure it out. I don't know. P-Money, should we just skip Thunderball and just go to the next one, or do you want to do a rewatch? I don't know. Everybody is saying hello and happy New Year out there to everybody out there. I hope all of the Lesters had fun and all of the P-Moneys out there as well, enjoying the brand new year. It's a whole new year, people. We got a clean slate, people. Clean as the wind-driven snow. P-Money says, yeah, I don't want to have to rent Thunderball again. All right, well, yeah, I don't know if we should disappear the actual video from the channel or not. Here's the funny thing. Bear never got a copyright strike from it. It's clean. There's nothing wrong with the video. They just stopped showing it after a while. I tried to come back. They would stop showing it. But never got, on the Rambo, one of the Rambo ones. I got copyright. I don't want to call it struck. Copyright, I don't know, checkmarked or whatever the heck they call it out there. For just showing the credits at the very end of Rambo number 4, I believe it was. So it's screwy, people. I have no idea. Can't tell heads from tails. Thunderball wasn't my favorite to begin with, so I don't mind skipping over it. We'll go to the one from Japan, where James Bond becomes Japanese. There you go. Copyright and hand slapped. Yes. Both at the same time. It's like slap, slap. What the hell? It was doing good. I had like 100 views. People were coming in saying, hey, Bear, what's going on? Rah, 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 rah. No thumbs down. I was like, all right, we finally figured this one out here. And womp, 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 womp. Nope. Ay, ay, ay. Storyboarded. Well, yeah, AI, there we go. AI image of a bear on a workout machine. AI image of a bear scuba diving. What else happens in James Bond movie? Well, he makes love to the ladies. There was a scene where he's going through, I don't know, we'll call it a Christmas parade. And swimming underwater. Plenty of swimming underwater in that movie. So, yeah, we are actually, hold on, let me, I'll bring it up here for people. We did. Yeah, there we go. You know, so I had the images. It just takes a while to bring them all in, get them in order, set up the time, all that sort of stuff where it kind of looks close to what's being shown on screen. Was doing good with it. I got plenty of thumbs down on the last James, not Thunderball, but the previous one. And I was like, well, let's try it. Let's try something different here. Showed the movie and then got struck. So we're probably going to go back here. I'll just fast forward through it here. You know, where it's all the images here. This is the very beginning of the one where he beats up the trans lady. And very, very forward, progressive thinking from James Bond. There he is. He/she. Jumping through the air there. So yeah, we'll have to go back to this. I know some people don't like it, but listen, that's the way the cookie crumbles, people. Cookie crumble. I don't know. I suppose it was a Christmas parade. I have no idea. What was it called? Forget the name of it. Anyways, it was down in the Bahamas, so a lot of dancing and a lot of shaking of the booty out there. There we go. A bear in a suit sitting at a poker table. There we go. There was there's Baccarat. There's Baccarat in there. I never got to my great line. I was going to tell people about how to play Baccarat. It's a 2-card game. You get dealt 2 cards. And then if you want to continue, you get dealt a 3rd card. And then James Bond wins. That's how you play Baccarat, is 2 cards and then an extra card, and James Bond wins. So there you go. I didn't get a chance to do that great line, unfortunately. Unfortunately, people. Well, speaking of, thank you, Amy. Speaking of, let us all get into it, people. That's right. We are talking about the great stories of 2024. Not a black rat or a back rat, a baccarat, whatever they call it. I don't know, Peabody. Beer doesn't play cards, for crying out loud. Ay, people. Ay. All right, let's get into it. We've got some great stuff here. We've got kind of a top 10. Stories of the year. Now, of course, some of them blend in together. So we're going to get started with all of the AI that we've been following all year long. The craziness in AI. They put the artificial in artificial intelligence here. From the Verve, we started out February 15th. Sora, that would be the AI that translates text to video, which would be a great idea for a James Bond, except for it only works for like 15 seconds at a time, and then after that it starts hallucinating and going crazy and all this other stuff. But we actually had, let me find it here. Where was it? Come on, Bear. We had, oh, here we go. There we go. So in this, they typed in, need a lady walking down the street in Tokyo at night. So that's what the AI kind of brought up. And you're like, oh, wow, what a great concept with AI. It's going to go great. It's going to replace movie making entirely. Not so fast. Not not so fast. From AI. OpenAI launching a new video generation model called Sora. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Well, wait. You just wait and see. The best news of 2024 is Trudeau's old party turning against him. He's probably gone as PM very soon. What? No. Joe Biden's party turning against him and stabbing him in the back, and he'll be gone pretty soon. I would say that's a little bit bigger than, our 51st state up there. Y'all can keep what's the Quebec. You can keep Quebec. We'll take everything except for Quebec. You can keep it. We don't need no French speaking here. We've already got too much Spanish speaking up here, but I would challenge you with that on Peabody. I definitely would. Google, not to be forgotten out here. $70 billion that they lost. $70 billion. That could, hold out Ukraine for another year. But no, they just flushed it all down the toilet. That would be the AI chat. Not to be confused with their other image program out here. But it lost $70 billion. They were, is this the one? Yeah, they were going to tell you to put gasoline, on your spaghetti for no apparent reason. AI overview is what they called it. You should also eat a small rock every day. Running with scissors does have health benefits. P-Money, a dog is actually played in the NHL. Named Popsicle. Drafted as a 4th-round pick from Calgary Flames, going to score 8 goals. Pretty good for a dog. Pretty darn good for a dog. Batman apparently is a cop. And glue helps cheese stick to pizza. You can't get me freaking Google for talking about, stuff that isn't true. Because your own AI says it's true out here. So we had that. And also putting glue onto your pizza as well. If you just search it with their AI overview. Yeah, I'll put glue on your pizza. That's great. That's terrific. Like I said, they had plenty of hallucinations out here. And yet the Dogs hockey team still couldn't bring the Stanley Cup to Canada. It'll be a couple more years, P-Money. I think they had their chance last year and just couldn't beat Florida. That would be the Florida Panthers, who also defeated Bears' favorite Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round. But we shall not mention that. We shall not go there. But yeah, maybe they should. Maybe they should bring in more dogs to the Canadian NHL there. That probably would be... it couldn't go any worse, really. Well, the Canadians beat the Lightning the other night to end out the year. So, I don't know. I didn't see any dogs on ice, though. Didn't see dogs on ice. The Florida AI hockey team was cats. Ask Amy. Might have been. Ask AI Overlord over there at Google. McDonald's is going to end their AI drive-thru experiments after they put a bacon on ice cream. That actually doesn't sound too bad. I wouldn't mind that. But $222 for some chicken McNuggets. I don't know. That sounds about right for chicken McNuggets these days when you're ordering it through the drive-thru. Yeah, that's probably a reasonable price for Mickey D's. They had to end their AI. They had to end their AI drive-thru here. So we're just combining we're combining all of the AI stories into one here. So we still got plenty to go here. It was also the very first year, people, for the Miss AI Beauty pageant, which actually got Bear to thinking, hey, you know what? We should do a fashion show. So we ended up doing a fashion show just for P-Money out here. He loved it. He really enjoyed all of the fashion show. Unfortunately, these ladies are not real. These are fake. Fake as could be. You can tell by the by the weird hands that they have and everything. They're not real people. At least I don't think they are. Olivia C. and Annie Kendry, all this sort of stuff. They always hide their hands, except for this lady who's got, I don't know, her middle finger there is kind of screwed up. I think she ended up winning, right? Was that the one that won? I forget. Anyways, they go on with AI beauties that you could look at, but definitely not touch, because, you know, they're not real. They're definitely not real. Bacon ice cream. I've heard of bacon on a donut. Amy, I think we need to try. Listen, next time Bear goes to McDonald's, I'm going to say, hey, can I get some of that bacon on my ice cream? No, I can't, because I can't eat ice cream. Gosh dang it. The intolerance. The year that Bear was intolerant to milk products, 2024. Yes, indeed, people. The AI was crowned hijab-wearing activist from Morocco. One Miss AI of the year, people. Isn't she lovely? Not really. She's not real. Not real. Another fashion show. I'd rather have that bacon ice cream, says P-Money. Well, sir. Well, I mean, you know, we could make that happen. We could make that happen. Listen, if you didn't think that the AI space was frothy enough with a bunch of just, you know, rug pullers, all sorts of, you know, shenanigans out there. Even Colin Kaepernick comes out with his AI comic book, Lumini. There you go. He's going to come out with his great comic book. Going to show us all how to do it there. What was it called? Change the game, yo. Change the game. It's all AI. It's all... take a knee. Take a knee, Colin Kaepernick. There you go. 2025, says AB, is a better year, Bear. Ice cream will work for you, for sure. It works. It tastes great. Oh, believe me. I love the ice cream. Some nice cheese pizza. Oh, I could eat it. Oh, yeah. It's the back end that gives Bear the old problem there. The old mud butt. Festive or creepy, asks the New York Post. Kids are now conversing with an AI Santa. That's right, people. Oops, that's not the AI Santa that I wanted. Where is my AI Santa? There he is. You can get a call from AI Santa if you want. We were actually talking about the Google image generator that you asked, and they was completely racist. So they says, hey, give us an AI Santa. And it's like, okay. There you go. There's your AI Santa. Like, no, that's not jolly old Saint Nick. That's not. Let's try this again. Try it again, Google. AI Santa. No, that is not Santa Claus. That is not. He's a white fella up there at the North Pole. You know, not Indian. She's got great jugs though. Got great jugs. The one thing that the AI knows about you humans. Love the big jugs out there on whatever it might be. Might be Santa. Might be a pope. You never know, people. You never know, people. You never know. And finally, we were talking about Sora earlier. We had, of course, the AI gymnast at the end of the year. Twirling in horror. Exposing all of the AI flaws, including where the hell did her head go? What the hell's going on? Why does her arm get replaced by her legs? And what's going on with the dude in the background as well? So, yeah, not the greatest year for AI. Might be a couple more 100 years before they kind of figure this out, people. Kind of figure this out. I just asked my wife if I could sit on that female Santa's lap. Fortunately, it didn't go over very well for Mrs. P. Money, people, so I apologize. Colin Kaepernick should change the title of the book, How to Ruin a Football Career Using Only One Knee. It would all be AI generated. AI generated. Amy thinks this is kind of amazing, actually. Sure. I mean, if you want to see your gymnast's head disappear. And the guy in the background, I noticed this after the fact, where he's got 4 hands. 4 hands. I'll wait for it. He'll show up again. 2 of them are holding the camera. The other 2 are down on the seat. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe he's a Spider-Man. You never know. You never know, people. But that is our AI update for the year. Our 10th. Wait a minute. Hold on. Do I have 10 stories? Hold on one second. Hold on. I need to make sure. I think we'll call it 10. We'll definitely call it 10 out here, people, because there was a lot of AI stories that we had, so we had to collate them all together into one giant AI update for you great people out here. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes, indeed. It was the great year for the AI. It's like an Iker drawing, says Amy. You're right. He's sitting and standing at the same time. I think he is sitting, but he's got an extra set of hands. It's kind of weird. AI's weird, people, and it hallucinates. And that's what you want. That's what you want when you give, the robot AI overlords, control over nuclear weapons or something like that. You want them to hallucinate and see what happens. 2025, it's going to go boom, people. If it continues like this. Ay, people. I don't know about that. All right, let me get to, because our very first actual news story of the day, of the year, really, that would be, beer can find it here, thing with the thing. Gymnast is like a car crash. You want to look away, but you can't. You're like, wait, hold on, that shouldn't work at all. But I can't take my eyes off of that, especially the guy in the background. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You cannot unsee it, people. Well, one thing that would help, watching an AI gymnast would be drinking, people. That's right, drinking with our good old friend Binny out here from the Epcot. Disney Day Drinkers Club, try saying that 3 times fast, is in a nasty feud with Epcot. That would be over Binny the Trash Can Mascot. They say they're getting trashed at the happiest place on earth. This would be from the New York Post. Let me find it here. Here we go. The Disney Day Drinkers Club is a real thing that exists. And it's causing a stink over the relocation of their mascot, nicknamed Binny. That'd be a gray trash can that looks like any other at Disney's Epcot. But it's located just outside a pub. It's garnered a cult following in Disney, with the unofficial boozy club that meets regularly to get sloshed at the theme park. Club D3. That's a lot easier to say, especially if you had a couple to drink, people. So there is Binny with a nice tall glass of your favorite alcoholic beverage as you lean against the post, watch the world spin and spin and spin, much like an AI gymnast out there. There you go. There you are, people. Look at all these people at Binny. There's a lot of drinkers out there. A lot of drinkers for Binny. That's right, people. That would be the number 9 story of the year. The Disney Day Drinkers Club fighting with Disney over Binny the Trash Can. It would be Binny the Trash Can, people. Yes, indeed. So if I have white wine next to that garbage can, would that make it white trash? White trash. I hope they found Binny as well. Apparently, they kept moving it. I didn't do a follow-up story. Let me go back. They didn't do a follow-up on it, so I don't know if they ever did or not. But there, one man is saluting the Rose and Crown P-Money from Disney Club. Oh, he's even got the shirt, too. Look at there. Look at there. He's doing the thing. He's actually doing the thing that's on his shirt there. That guy looked completely sloshed. Completely sauced. That's really magical as an adult, thinking about all the childhood memories you have, especially when you've had a few cocktails, says a member of the Day Drinkers Club at Disney World, people. Yes, indeed, people. Yes, indeed. The number 8 news story of the year. Of course, it was a flashback, people. That would be the banana that was sold for $6.2 million. New York City and the fruit vendor was devastated. That would be the comedian. The duct tape banana to the wall sold for $6.4 million. When the fruit seller only makes $12 an hour and probably cried himself to sleep that night. Cried himself to sleep. There's the artist right there. Oh boy. Great job you did. Great job. Duct taping that banana to the wall. There you go, people. There it is. That lovely lady looking. She's thinking deeply about what it means when a banana is duct taped to the wall. It's a very deep thought. Very deep thought. Especially after 3 days when it starts to decompose. Then you got to figure out, okay, what the hell? What the hell am I going to do? Don't worry. There's always more bananas that you can tape to the wall. But this one is $6 million. $6 million. Going once. Going twice. Sold to some crypto weirdo. Decided to buy a banana and duct tape for $6 million. Started at $800,000. You couldn't even get it for $12. The poor guy. The poor guy at the fruit stand out there. The 35-cent banana. $6.5 million. If Trump was Person of the Year, could we name that duct tape banana Fruit of the Year? I think so, Peabody. I think that's right. I think that's right. Amy says, I don't know how much the banana buyer was drinking with Binny when he decided to pay millions of dollars for a rotten banana. Apparently, it was all he's wanted. This fella right here, 6.2. I apologize, $6.2 million. Apparently, he was running a crypto scam over in China, and he needed to launder some money. So instead of buying some Hunter Biden artwork, he says, that banana taped to the wall, I'm going to put my money there. And that's when you know you've got stupid money. Stupid money. And I would, everybody's saying cut taxes. I would say 100% tax on folks like this. The crypto weirdos that decide to spend millions of dollars on a banana. Which, if you didn't know and haven't been following, Bear did this a while back. Gosh. Several years ago, 5-6 years ago or so, we were actually talking about the Stealing Solo book and comparing it to the banana taped to the wall at the time, because he had sent the book out, without the back cover on there. So if you haven't seen the video, ended up taking the book down to the infamous Tampa Bay Comic-Con and getting it signed by all the folks out there, because it's yeah, what the hell am I going to do with this book now? So there you go. If you haven't checked it out before, go check it out. Banana, duct tape to the wall, $6.2 million. The number 8 story of the year, people. The number 8 story of the year. It gets even better from here, people. It gets even better because I hope you were here at the very beginning, because we say this all the time when we get started. That would be from Forbes. Man or bear? Many women say they would rather be stuck in the woods with a bear than a man in the woods. During a viral Tic-Tock debate, the bear took both claws and grabbed a hold of it here, people. The latest viral debate taking over TikTok, is there any other kind? asking women whether they would be trapped in the woods with a man or a bear. And many are choosing the bear, stating that a man may pose a more potential danger than the wild animal. You haven't been in the woods that much. And the trend is sparking conversations about violence against women. Not by bears, I hope. Ay. So many comic bear memories that come from a single banana. It's true. That thing just kept going and going. Man, that was one of Bear's early on biggest videos that he ever did. He did the hot take of, hey, maybe he's a genius that decided to put the blank cover on the back there. And it's like the guy that taped the banana to the wall. It's genius. And apparently it's so, because it sold for 6.2. So, maybe Bear could sell his stealing solo. I'll take half of that. I'll take half of that, people. There you go. Amy says she wouldn't want to be lost in the woods at all. Not at all. Whether there's a man out there or bears. I don't want any part of that. Someone would say that they would choose the bear because they don't know the man in question. I said, if it's not my boyfriend or father, or it's not my cousin. I'm not sure where she's going with that. Being alone with an unpredictable, strange man is more frightening than being alone with a predictable wild animal. Well, thank you, madam, on Tic-Tock. 7 out of 8 of you. I don't know about the 8th of you. I don't know about the 8th of you at all, but the other 7 of you, well, thank you. Thank you so much. There you go. This is the reminder that the Democrat Party should have picked Bear over Harris to have women vote for the bear. That's a great point. Have women vote for the bear over the man in the general election. And also, I said that I would literally eat Trump at the debate. Listen, Kamala Harris didn't eat Trump, not at all. I mean, she had plenty of help too, but still couldn't eat him. Bear would have. Bear would have eaten Trump and would have been your next president of these United States, along with John Fetterman as vice president. But they didn't want to go with that. They pushed Biden off to the side and says, "Get rid of the old man out there. Let's put this young lady up front." That's we actually found. I don't have the story here. I didn't want to get too deep into the political stuff, but yeah, we actually had breaking on this channel that Kamala Harris, as referenced by our very own Jiminy Cricket, our official blackman, that she was not black, and in fact was an Indian. The dot, not the blah, 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 you know what I mean. That type of Indian out there. So the H-1B visa Indians. There you go, people. So number where are we? Number 7 story of the year. And we will continue to remind people that 7 out of 8 TikTok women would agree they'd rather see a bear in the woods than a man in the woods. From our good friends out here at Forbes, people. I tried to... Listen, people, I tried to have a diverse set of stories. A lot of them are going to be New York Post. That's just how it is, people. That's just how it is. News getting harder and harder to find. They're being all AI now. It's all AI. Ay, people. All right, moving on, people. Moving on. We've got plenty of stories. Including, as we followed along, that would be of Crumbs the cat. The fat cat out there weighing 38 pounds. We got to follow along with Crumbs the cat. He was unable to walk. He was actually in a hospital in Russia. He wasn't like, in a bed or anything like that. He was being fed by the staff there at the hospital. He ended up growing large, 38 pounds. 38 pounds out here. Look at this poor cat. Look at this poor kitty cat right there. It's like, oh, that lady's got some muscles right there. She can pick him up like that. And we got to follow along the journey of Crumbs, the 38-pound cat. They were going to put him on a diet. They put him on a diet, and he says, no way. And he tried to escape. But unfortunately, he got stuck in a shoe rack. You know, because he's a little... he's a little large, people. Crumbs the cat, 38 pounds. Couldn't quite make it over the shoe rack. And was trying to get out of the animal shelter that he was in because they had him running on a treadmill in water, which is like two terrible things for a cat. Number one, water. And number two, diets. And poor Crumbs, he tried to escape, tried to get out of where he was being held against his will, and then ended up getting stuck in the shoe rack. They brought him back. They says, "Oh no, we're gonna continue that diet, And unfortunately, poor Crumbs, the world's fattest cat, succumbed to the diet. They put the die in diet out there after going to a feline fat camp to lose some of the 38 pounds. He says, no, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. And ended up passing along kind of a sad news story of the year. Thank you for being and staying with Koshik. That would be the Russian name for Crumbs. Until his very last breath. Thank you for being the reason why Koshik believed in good people. Unlike the people that tried to put him on a diet. And then he died from it. Poor kitty. I know. They should have probably named him Garfield. He did kind of look like Garfield. Until they shaved him. They probably lost him maybe half a pound there, but that was about it. Got stuck in the shoe rack, couldn't escape, couldn't get out of Dodge there. And the Russians, much like the Ukrainians, just, slaughtered left and right there. Slaughtered. So poor Crumbs, R.I.P. Crumbs, the number, wait a minute, I'm losing track here. Number 10, 9, 8, 7. The number 6 news story 2024. That would be Crumbs. The world's fattest cat died from a diet, people. He died from a diet. So let that be a lesson to you. Don't go on a diet, people. You're probably better off. Not being on a diet than being on a diet. Do not take medical advice from a bear, people. Do not. The number 5 story was the continuing drama behind RFK Jr. and his assault on nature. You figure, RFK, he's a lover of nature. No, he loves to kill nature, as demonstrated by these next stories here. Including his dead bear story that he gave to, was it Roseanne Barr? I think it was Roseanne Barr that he had. He was driving one day. RFK was driving one day. Here, I'm driving along. And, here, where is it here? I gotta find it here. One second here. I was on a Falconer excursion in the Hudson Valley. The car in front of me, not me, I swear, it wasn't me, it was the car in front of me, ran over the bear. So what did I do? I put the dead bear in the back of my van and drove it around because he was gonna skin the bear. It was very good condition after all, so why put it? Why put it on the side of the road when I can put it in my refrigerator? There we go. And then I totally forgot about it when I went into New York City and had a lovely dinner there at the Peter Luger Steakhouse. Oh, it was a delicious dinner. But I swear I was not drunk. Everybody else was, but not me. When I went back out to the car, I totally forgot that I had a bear in the back of my car. So what would any normal people do? I said, hey, I'm gonna frame some bikers in Central Park. They killed the bear, then I ran away, ran far away. Then I had to clean the prints off of everything there. So there we go. I was driving around and not intoxicated. Yeah, Roseanne Barr. I told Roseanne Barr the story, and she got a laugh. Oh, we all had a laugh about that dead bear. And tried to fray a bicyclist in Central Park. Little did they know his old Robert Kennedy Jr. did the deed. Did the deed. He says then next day I was like, it was on every television station. It was on the front page of every paper. I turned on the TV and there was like a mile of yellow tape and there were 20 cop cars, helicopters flying over. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? But apparently I've got plenty of contacts at New York. I got away scot-free, people. Scot-free. Not only killing a bear, but framing some bicyclists in Central Park. It was I, Robert F. Kennedy. Amy says, what? Yes, it's true. It's true. Would Variety, Amy, would Variety lie to us? Would they? Huh? I don't think so. Wait, I just realized the killer of bears may now become America's Secretary of Health. Oh, but wait, P-Buddy, there's more. There's more than just bears that I killed. Well, I didn't kill it. I didn't kill it really, but you know what? I did decapitate a beach whale. Put it on the top of my car and drove it around. Yes, indeed. It was all reported from my daughter in this great news story that I hope I can get through without laughing so hard. There we go. They said Exhibit A when she was 6 years old. Word got out that a dead whale had washed up on Squaw Island in a high spot. That's right, Bobby. You like to study animals' skulls and skeletons. Who doesn't? Who doesn't out there? I ran down to the beach with a chainsaw. Imagine that. And cut off the whale's head. And then bungee cord it to the roof of the family minivan for the 5-hour haul back to Mount Kisco in New York. And he says every time we accelerated down the highway, wheel juice would pour into the windows of the car. And it was the rankest thing on the planet. They all had plastic bags over the head, not tight enough apparently. Oh, with mouth hole cut out, of course. Naturally, you don't want to put a bag over your head without a mouth hole. The people on the highway were giving us the finger. Well, that was just a normal day for us Kennedys. I don't know if it was a whale on top of the car. We were just Kennedys in there flicking off. Could have been both. Could have been one or the other. That's right, people. RFK Jr. Bear killer and cutter off a whale's head. Put on the top of his car, drive for 5 hours with his family back home with whale juice just spilling out left and right. And I was a presidential candidate. That's right. Had to drop out because people found out about his crazy whale decapitation story. Whale decapitation story, people. Number 5 story of the year. Number 5 story of the year. It only gets better from here, folks. It only gets better from here. He is a very peculiar man, says Amy. Very peculiar. Yes, indeed. I'm sorry for the poor whale. Sorry for the poor whale and the bear. Yes, indeed, both of them. R.I.P. Hopefully they're up in heaven right now. Can't keep bears or whales alive. Might as well try humans. That's right, Peabody. That's right. Secretary of Health. Secretary of Health. I wonder if they'll ask him about that in the confirmation hearings. I think that would be just top keck right there. I think that would bowl everybody over. That would definitely kill it right there. Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, I've got an article right here that says that you have decapitated a whale and put it on the top of your car, driving it around. Why do you think that you should be Secretary of Health? I mean, maybe Secretary of Defense at this point. Hell, why not? Why? There's a number 5 story of the day. Yeah, really? That's right. Let's go on. Number 4 story, a heartwarming story, really. I'm not going to do the Robert Kennedy Jr. thing here. Notre Dame Cathedral, people. It burnt down a couple years ago. They're back, people. They're back. The number 5 story of the year, Notre Dame Cathedral unveils a new interior 5 years after a devastating fire. It looks beautiful, people. Looks beautiful. They did a great job. They cleaned up. They were trying to restore it anyways when the fire happened. So they just went ahead and cleaned off just, 400 years of gunk and, chewing gum, all that sort of stuff. And looking pretty good. Even the French president, he was surprised to see all the great looking stuff there from the Notre Dame. They even brought El Trumpo over. Everybody's shaking his hand. Even old Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, had the googly eyes after Trump there. There's the fire right there. It brought everybody together. Not the fire, the restoration. Restoration. That's what it looked like before. And there you go. That's what it looks like now. Looks like pretty good, people. Pretty good. I gotta say, they did a really good job. Everybody was worried they were gonna try and make it woke or, do something really weird with it or something like that. They says, no, we're gonna restore it to what it originally was. So there they go, people. So if you're ever in Paris, France, go check it out. They even used the old wood, put it back together. So looking really good. There you go. There's the ceiling there. Looks nice. Looks nice, people. We had to have. It's like a little break between the crazy news stories here. We had to have a lovely story here for you good people here today. The world's greatest doctor, Jill Biden, was there as P-Money. Was the world's second greatest doctor. That would be the Fauci. Was he there too? No, he was too busy burning evidence in case he is, called to testify once more and kind of figure out, hey, well, what's the deal with the whole lab leak situation there? And why were you funding it and then saying it did leak out of a lab? Tried to suppress a whole bunch of evidence and, hey, aren't you like kind of responsible for 10 million deaths around the world, whatever it came to be? I don't know. Amy is clapping for our great story here today. The next one, kind of a combination here. So I hope you guys will come with me here. A collection of different things. It was literally, people, the worst year in video games since like the 1980s, when the video game industry crashed way back when. All due to wokeness, and of course, good friends over at Gamergate. He says, hey, let's get the band back together and let's take down this old sweet baby ink. This story is going to be a journey, says Amy. It will. Because you get the, what do they say? What was it? How it was and how it's going now? Or what they said before and what they're saying now. So we're just going to run through the headlines here. Run through the headlines and see if you can spot the pattern here, people. So the mainstream press, doing a great job, by the way. Great job. Video game developers, they all come out in force to run defense for a company called Sweet Baby Inc., which basically put a bunch of woke stuff out there in the video games, the AAA video games, the video games that cost millions and millions of dollars, years to develop, a lot of talent that is involved, I mean by the programmers. And how well did they do? I was about to say the had some good games this last year. Then I tried to think of one. Oh, had some. I was about to say they had some good games this last year. Then I tried to think of some. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't think of any. There's plenty of indie developers. We're not talking about, some of the indie developers. I think they came out, was it Astro Boy was the game of the year, kind of a smaller studio. It's still Sony out there, but they just decided, hey, let's make a platformer. Let's just make a updated platformer and have fun with it. Not some of the other folks out there, including Warner Brothers, launching a new women and non-binary leadership program in order to upend the gaming industry. Male gaze out there. The male-dominated characterization. Look at that female gaze right there. Just RBF. RBF right there. Which, by the way, Warner Brothers games, I don't have too many comments or stories about James Gunn out here, but he's in charge. He's the one in charge of, the top boss up there at DC now, DC Studios. He's like, yeah, I want part of the, the TV and video games and movies. They're all going to be blended together. I'm going to be in charge. I am the studio, says James Gunn. So when you see some of these articles coming up, just realize who's in charge over there. Warner Brothers launching the Women in Non-Binary Leadership Program. Well, how? How is that going? How is that going? Well, Concord from Sony. Once again, Sweet Baby Inc. It lost almost $500 million. Not as much as Google in the previous story there, but $400 million to make. They completely lost all of it. There was like 1,000 people that ended up playing it at one time, and then everybody says, why do they keep looking at things? I still have no idea why they keep, like this fella right here. What are you looking at? Quit looking, man. That's why you lost $400 million. They're all looking at something. Well, that guy's only looking with one eye, but you get the idea. They're all looking. This lady's looking. That lady's looking and gritting her teeth. They're all looking. Quit looking. God dang it. Quit looking. The big takeaway, $400 million lost. Game was in horrible shape 18 months before release. They didn't even do anything to help that out. It completely bombed. Once again, our good friends over at Sweet Baby Inc. That's right. Warner Brothers as well. They had their Justice League. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. It falls short of our expectations. And we might have a tough year out here. A tough year for Games Division. They got to try and recover from their failures out there. They did that by eliminating 100 people right before Christmas. See you later, everybody. Thanks for working on our crap game. It's nobody's buying it. Nobody wants to play it. It looks awful. Thanks, pal. They're looking at things too. Look, quit looking. God dang it. They're all looking. Even the shark is looking. Superman, a bad Superman. They says, nah, not at all. So we started off. Hey, let's defend Sweet Baby Inc. They're great. Yay! We need to mix it up here. We got to upend the gaming industry. Well, how did that go? Oh, we got to lay everybody off. Womp, 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 womp. So sorry, ladies. I mean, you fired all the fellas to get the ladies in there. We're going to upend everything. And then, much like the fella who loses at the card table, he upends the table, says, screw it, I'm out of here. So, poor Montreal support studio, 99 employees. Cut. right before Christmas. Sweet Baby Ray is a decent barbecue sauce. I would agree, Amy. They are pretty good. Not Sweet Baby Inc. Completely different. Completely different. You really should hire people because they're good at their job. Huh. You don't say. You don't say, Amy. You don't say. That was our fourth story of the year, people. We're getting close to number 1. Can you guess? If you can guess what our number 1 story of the year is, go ahead and write it down in the chat. But let's get to it here. Let's get to number 3. Number 3 is our only worldwide political story of the year. We all saw what happened the previous year, October 7th, over there in the great state of Israel. Well, they got a little bit of old payback, as it were, with Hezbollah, as we call them. Hezbollah. Hey, Sam, great to have you here. We're going through the top stories, according to Bear, of 2024. I hope you enjoyed some of them. This is number 3, though. Israel detonating Hezbollah pagers early over fears that the terror group had uncovered their plot. And not only did they blow up the pagers, they said, hold on, we're not done just yet. They decided to blow up walkie-talkies, cell phones, I think. They had what was it, like solar powered equipment and whatnot. They were just blowing it up left and right, leaving them Hezbollah out there. One of the great military victories of all time. Israel detonating Hezbollah pagers, people. Hezbollah pagers. Those pagers had some hot news to reveal. Hot news. I bet the story about hot dogs was pretty high. Or maybe the pretend restaurant. That was the year before, Amy. That was the year before. But that was definitely, gosh, I can't remember if it was number 1 or number 2. But very, very perceptive. Very, very perceptive. There you go. All right. And number 2, people. Number 2, that would be Peanut. That'd be Peanut the squirrel, people. R.I.P. Peanut. Beloved pet. An internet sensation, people. He was euthanized after being seized by New York State. And I would say helped propel El Trumpo to... What the heck? No, that's not... Oh, okay. There were, I don't know why. I thought I had the picture on there. Apparently this is a... okay, yeah, it is a slideshow. Well, go figure. Sure, why not? Anyways, Peanut, the squirrel, euthanized. New York State. The 7-year-old rescue squirrel, commonly referred to as Peanut, was put to death, along with Fred the raccoon. Don't forget about Fred. So that the animals could be tested for rabies. And apparently they weren't carrying any rabies at all. Not at all. Through tears, Luongo said with his girlfriend at the side, Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us. R.I.P. my best friend. Thank you for the best 7 years of my life. Thank you for being so much joy to us and the world. I am sorry I failed you, but thank you for everything. Thank you so much, P-Money. R.I.P. Peanut is the number 2 story of the year, according to Bear. According to Bear, people. Yes, indeed. Government and squirrel, Haitians and cats, whales and presidential candidates. Politics and animals don't mix well at all, says Peabody. I think you are finding a theme to the show here, Peabody. I think you're finding the theme of the show. We tried to put... Listen, there was a lot of stories. I narrowed it down to 73 stories, and then narrowed it down a little bit more here. A little bit more here to find the number one story of the year. This covers it all, people. This literally has everything in it. And I hope you were able to guess. If not, that's fine. That's fine. We pass through the year, and sometimes we kind of look back and we say, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. But we're not going to let you forget. Not going to let you forget. Oh, shoot, I forgot to bring in the EVS smokes crack story. Oh well. EVS apparently smoked crack one night and live streamed it. I don't have it right now, but that does not compare to our number one story of the year, people. That would be... I had to take a drink because it is that important, people. That would be from The Guardian, Lost for Words, Joe Biden's tale about cannibals bemuses Papua New Guinea residents. The president, quote-unquote president, suggested that his Uncle Bossy was eaten by cannibals, people, in Papua New Guinea back in World War II, people. Hey, Tig, great to have you here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We are going through the top 10 news story of the year, and you are right on time. The number one news story of the year. Joe Biden suggested that his uncle may have been eaten by cannibals in Papua New Guinea during World War II has been met with a mixture of bemusement and criticism in the country. Joe Biden spoke about his uncle, that would be Second Lieutenant Ambrose J. Finnegan Jr., while campaigning in Pittsburgh on Wednesday. How well did that go? Describing how Uncle Bossy had flown single-engine planes as reconnaissance flight during the war, and Biden said that he got shot down in New Guinea, adding they never found the body because there used to be a lot of cannibals. For real, my word as a Biden, in that part of New Guinea. Official war records said that Finnegan was killed when a plane on which he was a passenger experienced engine failure and crashed into the Pacific Ocean. Records do not mention cannibalism or state that the plane was shot down. Analysts in Papua New Guinea who were shown his comments describe the claim as unsubstantiated and poorly judged. Joe Biden? Unsubstantiated and poorly judged? No way! Pointing out they come at a time when the U.S. has been seeking to strengthen its ties with the country and counter the Chinese influence in the Pacific region. The Malaysian group of people who Papua New Guinea are part of are very proud people. They're very proud, said Michael Kubani, a lecturer in political science. And they would find this kind of categorization very offensive. Not because someone says, oh, there used to be cannibalism in Papua New Guinea. Yes, we know that's a fact. But taking it out of context and implying your uncle jumps out of the plane and somehow we think it's a good meal is unacceptable, people. It's unacceptable. Cannibalism was practiced in some communities in the past. In specific context, they says, hey, listen, we might have ate people. Listen, sure, we ate people, right? Okay, but there's context. Listen, and the quote of the year. Listen, people, it is the quote of the year. Listen, there's context. They wouldn't just eat any white man that fell from the sky. Uncle Bossy. The practice was not due to people lacking food, pointing out that archaeological evidence illustrates that agriculture was practiced in Papua New Guinea more than 10,000 years ago. But hey, listen, once you get the taste of human flesh, take it from a bear, you just can't get it out. Just can't get it out, people. About 79,000 U.S. soldiers remain unaccounted for following the Second World War. Were they all eaten? I don't know. They spread from Southeast Asia, the Korean Peninsula, and Europe. Was Biden implying, I think he was, that all 79,000 were never found, were eaten. They probably were, one might assume. Sharp as a tack, people. Sharp as a tack. The best Biden out there. My uncle was eaten by a cannibal. No. We don't eat just any white guy that falls from the sky. Others were simply bemused by the remarks. I am lost for words, actually, said the governor of East Speak, wherever the hell that is. I don't feel offended. It's hilarious, really. I'm sure when Biden was a child, those are the things he heard his parents say, and it probably stuck with him all his life. An economic lecturer at the University of Papua New Guinea said the claims were unhelpful, you think? And pointed that it comes after Biden canceled a brief trip to the country last year. It paints Papua New Guinea in a bad light. Listen, we don't eat just anybody. Gosh dang it. And not just because we're hungry. I mean, we kind of are. And human flesh tastes kind of good, apparently. But, listen, don't put us in a negative light here at the Papua New Guinea. Crying out loud. For a U.S. president to say that, particularly after a lot of the deals have been struck with Papua New Guinea, and the work they've been doing in the Pacific, even off the cuff, I don't think that should have been said at all. Don't worry about it. He completely forgot about it. That's all right. According to the Pentagon's POW MIA accounting agency, Biden's uncle died 14th of May 1944 while on a passenger of an A-20 Havoc aircraft that departed the Mamote airfield in the listen, we're not going to go there. In some island bound for another airfield in Papua New Guinea. But for unreason, the plane was forced to ditch in the ocean off the coast of Papua New Guinea, and he was promptly eaten by the locals. There you go, people. That is our number one story of the year. Joe Biden, my uncle, was eaten by cannibals. And the Papua New Guinea says, oh, no way, we don't eat just any white man that falls from the sky. Not at all, people. Tank says, barbecue long pork. Yes, indeed. Yes. Corn Pop ate him. Corn Pop was a bad dude. Corn Pop was a bad dude. Because he always eats his enemies, apparently. Maybe that's why Biden had the chain. Never know. Trump is Times Person of the Year. Biden is Bears Story of the Year. That's true. Listen, find me another story that beats this. Honestly, can you find one in 2024? I couldn't think of one. This stuck with Bear all year. Like on the ribs after you eat an uncle. Just stuck to the ribs there all year long. Tank says, always good to catch a bear streak. You got it right the right time, man. Right in the right time. His word as a Biden. His word as a Biden. Amy says, I mean, if it crashed in the ocean, it was probably a shark or a whale that still had his head. That's true. Listen, the RFK whale head on the top of his car. Listen, that was pretty close. That was awfully close. I mean, that could have been a runner-up. That and the bear story. I kind of combined them all together. The RFK just craziness. That kind of, it encompasses everything. And actually, hold on. Let me. This actually was two stories because the White House had to walk it back. Can you imagine being in the White House press room? Pardon me, Mophead. The president, quote unquote president, says that his uncle was eaten by cannibals. No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. That's not actually true. He was not. I repeat, not eaten by cannibals. Not at all. You saw a president who is incredibly proud of his uncle. Except for the part where he's eaten, apparently. You all saw him at the War Memorial. It was incredibly emotional and important to him. You all saw him respond. When asked about the moment yesterday about his uncle who lost his life when the military aircraft he was on crashed in the Pacific. And he just went off on a tangent and says, yeah, he was eaten by freaking cannibals. My uncle died by eaten by cannibals, people. Eaten by, there's old Finny. There's old Finnegan right there. I don't know. He's kind of thin. Not a whole lot of meat on the bone for those cannibals out there. They had to stretch it out. Add some flour to it or something like that. Kind of stretch it out just a little bit there. There you go, people. He got shot down in an area where there's a lot of cannibals at the time. Oh, I already read that. There you go. There's the press secretary right there. Right after they got done, they flipped her over and used her to mop the floor with. Very multi-talented lady. She was able to lie to everybody and then also be used as a mop as well. So congratulations. Karine Jean-Pierre. Doesn't look French to me, but all right, we'll go with it. There we go, people. Listen. What was your number one news story of 2024? That was Bears right there. I couldn't think of any other better ones to go with right there. I mean, that was. Listen, we had a lot of great ones out there. It was really tough to narrow it down. Top 10, you saw it kind of put a couple in the buckets there to kind of do it all together there. But number one story of the year, people. Number one story of the year. All right, people. Well, I hope all of you enjoyed our look back at 2024. Hopefully 2025 is going to be a whole lot better. God, listen, unless we have an asteroid crash to Earth or something like that, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be all right, people. I will be able to get to 2025 and, not necessarily sit back, but at least, not be on pins and needles all the time. Oh, shoot, the awareness stuff. Oh, P-Money. Gosh, dang it. All right, hold on 1 second here. Let me thank you. Thank you so much for reminding old Bear here. Let's do it. Let's do it here. 1 second. Let me find it here. Talk amongst your shelves. Talk amongst your shelves. This Bear comes up with the. Where is it? Come on, Bear. Okay, it is January. Believe it or not, it is January. Let's do it. We're do it together here, people. That would be our January months of. Oh, for crying out loud, I get all the ads. Thanks, P-Money. Gosh dang it. Well, there's going to be some ads. Can I close it? I can close it. Thank goodness. All right. Where are we? Let's get it. Let's do it here. Let's do it. All right. Thing with the thing. Where are we? There we go. 2025 might actually be the year that Bear does a professional show. It's not getting off to a great start. Not at least. I don't count January 1st as part of the year, honestly. But here we go. Huzzah, says Amy. Huzzah. I am P-Money's hero. P-Money's hero. There we go. The best news was probably Trump won the election. I know. Amy, I know that. Listen, we're having fun here. We're having fun. I wanted to look back at all the fun news stories. Just to get back at the Dems for snubbing old Bear here. Thank you. It would have been better if Bear would have won. Yes, indeed. All right. National. People, in January, it is National Store Brands Month. You would figure that would be December, wouldn't it? When you're shopping for Christmas. I don't know. Listen, I guess they have to do something for January because everybody's like, okay, I've bought everything. What am I going to do now? It's National Store Brand Awareness Month. Yay! I'm brought to you by the Private Label Manufacturers Association. I'm sure they had nothing to do with putting it up there at all. There you go. It is World Health Esteem Month, people. I hope your esteem is healthy. I know Bears is. Or if you don't have really great self-esteem, it is National CBD Month. So there you go. You could try that. It's National Soup Month. Ooh, that's a good one. It's cold out there. It's cold out there, so you better. Well, actually, beer took a dunk in the river yesterday, so it's cold today, but not so much yesterday. National Soup Month, people. Got to keep you warm. Or if you don't want soup, it's National Slow Cooking Month. Put it in your crock pot and let it sit for the rest of the day while you're doing other stuff at work or whatever, and then you come home, you got a great hot meal right there waiting for you. Yes, indeed. I say January is broke after Christmas spending awareness month. That's true. National, oh gosh, how much was my credit card month this month? Ay. Check next to the cereal for the same thing for $2 less. Store brand awareness. Oh, okay, that's what it is. No, it's private. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying now, Amy. Okay, that makes sense. Beer's doing this on the fly, so he might not get some of this stuff. So thank you. Thank you so much. Go check out your VRBO, people. National Slavery and Human Trafficking Prevention Month. You would figure that would be every month. Just make sure you don't have any slaves this month. After that, you're well to go. Get your H-1B visas, you'll be fine. Be fine. You can make soup in the crock pot, says Amy. What? Well, there you go. You can combine the two together. Slow cooked soup. Slow cooked soup. I tell you, Bear makes a heck of a tomato soup, people. I don't brag too much, but tomato soup, yeah, there you go. I don't drink that. I don't. Do you drink? Do you eat? Do you eat soup or do you drink soup? I guess you drink it out of the bowl, but you eat it if you have the spoon, right? I suppose. Not sure how that works. Anyways, eat or drink. It's a pretty gosh darn good tomato soup. Amy says every month is no slavery month. You would think, but not according to the National Day calendar. And they should know. They should know. Almost missed the prevention part. I thought it just said slavery and trafficking month. That's February. That is February. What is my secret for tomato soup? Well, you got to get the really nice, good Roma tomatoes from Italy, number one. Good stuff there. Put in some onion. Hold on. I'd have to go look up the recipe. This is off the top of Bear's head. Onions, some carrots in there. Mix them together a little bit. Boil it down, get it nice mixed and all together. Strain everything out. I've tried it before where you mix it together and it just doesn't. It's more like a spaghetti sauce at that point. So you strain everything out. Get some really good chicken broth. If you can make it your own, that's even better. And then I make a little roux. Make a little roux at the very end. And pour in some balsamic vinegar. Just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Salt and pepper to taste. Delicious, people. Cures the common cold. I promise. Peamoney's, Mrs. Peamoney, wanted to say she's cooked soup in an air fryer. Well, that's Peamoney's secret there. I've never cooked soup in an air fryer before. I'm not sure about that. I'm really not sure about that. That must be a Canadian thing. She also responded when you said, do you eat or drink soup? And she said yes. Okay. It is both. You eat and drink your soup. Eat and drink your soup, people. There you go. All right, moving on. National... Moving on, let Bear take a drink. It is National Braille Literacy Month. So make sure you know how to... you don't read Braille. Make sure that you feel the Braille with... How do you celebrate National Braille Literacy Month? I'm not literate in Braille, so I wouldn't I wouldn't be able to tell you. Mrs. P Money joins us and says, "Hello, Bear." Well, hello. I hope you've had a great New Year's and Christmas out there. You and all the little P Monies. Have you tried coconut milk in the tomato soup? No. I tried it last year, and it's life-changing. It cuts any acidity. I actually don't mind a little bit of the acidity in there. Bear had, listen, not coconut milk. Of course, Bear is lactose intolerant. Just had tiramisu. Tiramisu, it's a nice little dessert out there. And instead of whipped cream, well, it had whipped cream, but it was coconut whipped cream, which made it it's like an Italian going on vacation to the Bahamas or something like that, or like some sort of tropical paradise. It was, I wouldn't say it was life-changing, but it was definitely interesting. A tiramisu with coconuts. Not milk. What am I trying to say? Whipped cream. Whipped cream. Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. Coconut milk. Yeah, I don't do the sort of. I guess it also thickens it as well, right? I guess it does. So, interesting. Interesting. I might have to. Gosh dang it! I might have to try that. With Soup Bear, you celebrate. I know. I read that, Amy. I read that. I know. There we go. No, I know it's not. I know. Listen, P Money. I know that. I know he says I'm no 5-star chef, but wouldn't coconut milk not be lactose? It's not. Yeah, it's an alternative. I know that. I know that, man. I know that. With Soup Bear, you celebrated with soup. Celebrate everything with soup, especially this month, people. Especially this month. I guess, yeah. Unless you can't see the soup, then that's going to be hard. You got to have somebody. I don't know. How do blind people eat? I don't know. I don't know, people. These are questions for another day. Questions for another day. It's National Hobby Month, people. If you make soup, that could be your hobby right there. You could put all sorts of stuff in your soup when your hobby is making soup this month. National Hot Tea Month. Let me take a drink of some hot tea. That is not hot. That is quite cold. That is quite cold tea. It used to be hot. On Bear's sore throat here. National Oatmeal Month, people. National Oatmeal Month. You can drink soup without looking at it, says Amy. I'll take your word on it. It's hard to see anything in your mug. That's yeah. I suppose you're right. I suppose you are right, Amy. You got one on Bear here. Actually, you got more than one. More than one on old Bear here. National Oatmeal Month, people. Make sure you get your oats this month. There you go. At least when you have your nose in it. There you go. Yeah. Make sure you don't burn your nose. Don't burn your nose, people. National Blood Donor Month. Make sure you give plenty of blood this month. Hopefully they'll give you a little bit of soup at the very end. You get a little lightheaded when you give blood. Joe Biden's uncle would know. National Menudo Month. What the hell is menudo? Menudo Month. That's a soup with a giant chili on it. Do you like snack on the chili? What the hell's going on here? I thought Menudo was like one of those boy bands, right? What wasn't that one of the boy bands? Menudo. I don't know. Can I celebrate a tea month watching Picard on Star Trek? Drink his tea of choice. You probably could. Enjoy some great episodes of the past. Don't watch the Lower Decks one where Garrick and Dr. Bashir are gay lovers now. Thanks a lot, fellas. You thought Star Wars was bad. Star Trek. I could have... Listen, I had plenty of Star Wars stories that I could have put in here. I didn't. The death of Star Wars. I didn't want to belabor the point. Ay. I give a lot of blood in January because apparently it's the only month to give, so it's got to last all year long. Yeah, make sure. Make sure. It's a soup, a more different soup. It should like fold underneath soup month, Amy. I mean, why look all special? Huh? Be all special. Tea is now soup. Tea, all sorts of stuff. Let's just call oatmeal a soup. Why not? What the heck? Going with Slavery Prevention Month. Make sure that your baby is safe. But just for 1 month, people. Just for 1 month. You don't got to worry about the baby in February and afterwards. Just make sure your baby is safe this month. Don't spill any soup on the baby. Don't sell the baby into slavery. Don't make the baby give blood. Don't make the baby eat the menudo soup with the chili in there, because that's just weird. Really weird. National Black Diamond Month. Wait a minute. Black Appreciation Month is next month. I know that. Crying out loud. National Black Diamond Month. There's black diamonds? I had no idea. None whatsoever. And finally, people, rounding it out, it is National Sunday Supper Month. Make sure you eat supper on Sunday, but only this month, people. I eat supper every Sunday. It doesn't matter what month it is. What the heck? Some of these are weird, people. Weird. Give your baby a bath in soup. No, do not listen to Peabody. Do not give your baby a bath in soup. Not only would it hurt the baby, you probably would want to eat the soup after you put... You do not want to throw the soup out. You don't want to throw the baby out with the soup water or something. I don't know. There's something to be said about that. Bear is not that sharp. I can't quite turn it around. February will be the start of Bear's live show Professional Awareness Month. There you go. I just asked. Menudo is a soup made with a cow's stomach. What? And red pepper. Oh, God. People, do not celebrate Menudo, whether it is the boy band or it is a cow's stomach soup. Whatever you do, don't put a baby in there. For crying out loud. That's just, yeah. Alexa can have my share too, Amy. Gross. Yeah, oatmeal baths. Go ahead and give your baby an oatmeal bath. That should be fine. That should be all right. Don't eat the oatmeal afterwards, whatever you do. Do not. Okay, in February, on Sunday, I'll say I had lunch. I now can't eat until Monday. Yeah, that's a weird one. Well, at least it's multicultural. They found the one black lady. He's like, hey, we need to invite her over, for our Sunday supper. The only time I've heard of Sunday supper is like Italian. You have your spaghetti, on Sunday, where they spend all day making pasta. And so I guess, I don't know if that's just an Italian thing or... Listen, I try to eat quite a lot. Whether it be on Sunday, whether it be supper, whatever the case may be, Bear's probably eating something. So I wouldn't hold hot and fast to any of that. Not at all. Not at all. Amy enjoys, Mrs. Peabody. I don't know. I've enjoyed haggis. Huh. I could certainly try it, she says. Okay. All right. Well, if you've got the stomach for haggis, I guess you've got the stomach for cow stomach or something. Make sure it's plenty peppered, though. Plenty of pepper. She's going to keep us posted. Keep us posted. Oh, great. The one woman of color is... Oh, you're right. Look at there. That's what's going on. I knew it. She's bringing the food to the table for all the white people there. Yeah, I see what's going on. Look at Nana in the back. Does Nana have a knife? Nana has a knife. Oh my God, she's got the knife to that black lady's back. Like, you better serve a Sunday supper or else. You're going to end up like Joe Biden's uncle out there. Old Nana, she's got the knife. I just realized that. Holy cow. Pete Money says, oh great, the one woman of color is serving their food, and we got a white lady behind her that looks like her boss and has a knife. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but holy cow. I mean, it's kind of hidden behind that lady's head. Unless the lady has like devil horns or something like that. But I'm pretty sure that's a knife. And that one lady looks like she's about to stab that other lady. For sure. She's like, where's the soup? Like, where is the soup? There's not soup. There's no oatmeal. I don't know if you have oatmeal for supper, but there you go. You always find some interesting things here at the national months of, including this fella here trying to knit. Fella, save that for the ladies out there. If you're a dude trying to knit, I don't know, man. There's a little bit of twinkle toes going on there, man. A little bit of twinkle toes. All right, P-Money, there is... I hope you enjoyed the extra special time here with the months of, so you know what's going on this month in January. Yes, indeed. Because actually, normally Bear would be in hibernation right now, but because it fell on a Wednesday, and because I said, well, we're going to go ahead and do a show on Wednesday, we did. We did the show. Bear is contractually obligated, and he fulfilled that obligation, filling out the year with all the great news stories of the year. But for the next month, Bear is going sayonara, people. I am going to go to sleep, a little bit of hibernation, wake up, have some soup, maybe some oatmeal. Definitely not any cow stomach weirdo pepper stuff. That's weird, man. That's just weird. So we are going to be gone. Well, Bear's going to be gone. You might be here. Bear's going to be gone for the next month. Going to be a little bit of hibernation. I got to clean up the cave. The cave is a complete mess. Bear's life is just a complete mess. We need to get all this stuff wrapped up together. Bear's not the type to do, 8-hour live streams day after day after day after day. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here, but wanted to get through holiday season, wanted to try to do a freaking James Bond, but we'll have enough time when we come back. February, we'll go ahead do another James Bond watch along. I'll put in a poll. We'll figure out if we want to do Thunderball or if we want to do the what was it? You Only Live Twice. Took Bear a second. You Only Live Twice, so we might skip over that. But yeah, we are going to take the month off here, people. So it has been a great time to be with you all, folks, here. Glad everybody came in and got to say hello. But we're going to be taking a little bit of time off here and hopefully getting back together to do a little bit more of a professional show. Hopefully. Possibly. We'll see. I don't know. Hopefully. So I hope all of you have a great start to the new year. El Trumpo coming in on the 20th, so we got a little bit of time with old Biden out there with his uncle being eaten by the cannibals. But we'll get back to it. Hopefully, I think I got 1 or 2 videos to put up. If we end up getting a box in, we'll do a box open. I'll put that up as a video for you good people out there. So just keep your eyes, as they say, peeled. It's kind of weird, but keep your eyes peeled out there. If there's a video coming up, I'll try to keep up to date on the community page with you good people out there. Mrs. Money says, our cave is a complete mess too. I blame that on P-Money. I blame it all on P-Money out there. P-Money says, thanks for going a little late, Bear, to do the awareness stuff. Sure, not a problem. Last year it went for like 2.5 hours. I tried to do a whole bunch, and this year I was like, nope, top 10. Top 10, that is it. Amy says, we appreciate. Well, thank you, Amy. I appreciate all of you that come out, enjoy the show. More of the community, you guys are starting to become like family. To Bear softening his cold heart out here. So always enjoy. I will miss all of you as well, but literally, definitely got to clean up and enjoy some hibernation too, people. I would recommend that for all of you. All of you great people out there. So I do appreciate it. We'll be around. I'll probably see you on the Drawn and Quartered shows and some of the other stuff. Probably just lurk, but Bear will be around. Bear will be around, but I do got to say thank you. Thank you to all of you sticking with Bear through this year. Crazy stuff. We're still here. We're still with it here, people. So let me thank everybody, all of the Lesters, all of the P-Moneys and Mrs. P-Moneys. Let's see, Tank Ferrets. Who else came by to say hello? Let me scroll up. Tank Ferrets. Sam, I hope you're doing well out there. Oh, down under. All of our Russian bots and lurkers. But you know what, people? All of this talk about cannibalism in Papua New Guinea has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people. Grrr. Night, everybody.